Hi everyone. We are students from IHCTD lab at IIT Delhi under the guidance of Professor Aditeshwar Seth, and we welcome you all to our paper presentation titled A Characterization of Land Use Changes in the Proximity of Mining Sites in India. The mining sector in India is one of the core sectors of the economy as it provides basic raw materials to many important industries. The mining sector plays a significant role in the economic growth of the country and is the second biggest sector after agriculture by contributing 2.2 to 2.5% in GDP. However, the economic growth comes at the expense of environmental degradation, such as air pollutants from the blasting operations, acidification of groundwater, and land use changes due to lack of rehabilitation of abandoned mining sites. It is also accompanied by social issues such as displacement of population, marginalization of local communities, and economic disparities in mining areas. The ecological degradation is due to excessive mining beyond the regulatory period and granted area, leading to illegal mining. Illegal mining is accompanied by land use changes around the mining sites. Therefore, the goal of our study is to develop tools that can monitor the extent of mining area, track land use changes, and characterize socio-economic development and health outcomes taking place in the proximity of mining sites. We used a global dataset of surface polygons, which was created by manual delineation of mining sites using high-resolution satellite imagery. We took Indian surface mining sites for our study. We clustered the polygons belonging to same mining area and from each cluster centroid we drew a bounding box of 10.24 km by 10.24 km to download images. We downloaded Sentinel-2A images for 2019, where each image size was 1024 by 1024 pixels. We inspected the images on Google Earth Pro and observed four categories of mines based on their visual appearance. Mines with visible deep contours were termed as deep contour mines. Mines with visible deep contours but also result in a water body at the bottom, we term it as ponded mines. Mines that do not have deep contours, we term it as shallow contour mines. Mixed is where mines of one or more of the above category is present in the image. For training, we divided images of each category into train, well, test, split. To classify each pixel in the image into a mine or non-mine class, there are three broad approaches in the literature that we can use. First one is the spectral based, where we use a threshold on spectral values for classification. Second is the machine learning based, as we all know. And third one uses convolutional neural networks as a part of deep learning methods. CNN's ability to extract contextual features provides an edge over the other approaches by reducing spurious classifications. Specifically, we use UNet, which is a fully convolutional network and known to achieve considerable performance on small training datasets, such as in our case where we have only 165 images. We used UNet with 7 encoder and 7 decoder layers for our experiments. We experimented with mine-specific features, architectural variants, loss functions, and optimizers to achieve at the best performing model. We finalized batch normalized UNet with 7 encoder-decoder layers after the experiments. We took random forest as our baseline and observed that units outperformed the baseline with a mean IOU of 50%. We derived the category-wise performance of unit and observed that the pond category had the best performance, followed by deep, mixed, and shallow. For out-of-sample validation, we took a dataset of 628 mines that were granted clearances by MOEFCC in India between 2006 and 2012. We randomly sampled 10 mines out of it, and the performance was found to be satisfactory. Now, once we have the classifier that can monitor the spatial extent of mine, we also track other land use changes that are taking place due to the expansion of mines or reclamation of mines. We then also evaluate how these changes that lead to socio-economic development or health outcomes in the subdistrict in which the mines are located. We use the Global Forest Watch output at a resolution of approximately 30 meter to track tree cover loss at each pixel around the mining site. We use Dynamic World at 10-meter resolution to track changes in land covers such as built-up croplands, shrubs, and bare lands at each pixel. To monitor socio-economic development, we used Aggregate Development Index at sub-district level. ADI is an output of a trained CNN-based regression model that uses satellite imagery trained on Census 2011 variables such as primary source of drinking water and literacy rate. To monitor health outcomes, we use PM2.5 concentration obtained from a grid level output that estimates PM2.5 concentration through NASA's instruments. Upon visualizing the dataset on the Google Earth engine, we observed an increase in the PM2.5 concentration between 2006 and 2020. We monitor land use changes around the sampled mines using our suite of tools. As an example, we show here a mining site in Tamil Nadu state of India which saw an increase in the mining area between 2018 to 2022 by converting most of its cropland. We scaled the analysis of land use changes to all 628 mines and conducted hypothesis tests at the state level to determine broad patterns of land use changes. We observed that Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan mostly converted their croplands and bare lands into the expansion of mines, which seems to tally with official statistics which state that 35% of mining sites across these states arose on wastelands. Jharkhand, Goa, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra converted their shrubs and scrubs and tree cover for the expansion of mines. And as per the official statistics, only 8% of mining sites across these states arose on wastelands. Gujarat converted most of its bare lands for the expansion, while in Chhattisgarh, 60% of mining sites arose on forest area. In order to investigate if the land use patterns of mining area characterize any outcome patterns, we compared the mining sub-districts and the agricultural-driven sub-districts across socio-economic and health outcomes in each state. We obtained a set of agri-led sub-districts where the primary economy was agricultural and no mines existed. We observed a modest positive change in socio-economic development of mining sub-districts only in the states of Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan during 2011 to 2019. Mining sub-districts of only Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh seem to do marginally better than agri-led subdistricts. Mining and agri-led subdistricts across all states showed significant positive change in PM2.5 concentration, indicating that concentration is increasing everywhere. Other than Orissa, the mining subdistricts saw a less increase in PM2.5 concentration than agri-led subdistricts. Possibly due to increasing urbanization, pollution is worsening everywhere. From our study, we conclude that despite the economic growth that the mining sector provides to the country, it does not directly benefit from it. I thank you all for providing me this opportunity to present our study, and I now welcome your questions.